is up, everybody? How are y'all doing today? Hope y'all are having a phenomenal day. It is Wednesday, May 7th. Hope y'all having a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are in the world, depending. So, as I said in the Nerf Elite Rapid Strike review, Nerf Elite has been one of the most successful Nerf lines ever, but there have been some very mediocre blasters like the Ruckus Titan CS50 Trilogy and the Surge Fire. Do y'all remember the Nerf Elite Surge Fire? Well, I do. I used to have one, and the Surge Fire was not very good, unfortunately. It was a very cool idea, very cool concept. It was a pump-action 15-round cylinder-fed blaster with slam fire, but the problem was the pump action was very clunky, the drums skipped, the velocities were not very good, was not advertised what they were supposed to hit, and it was just overall a very mediocre blaster. Of course, 2020 rolled around with Darts on Pro and all that kinds of stuff, and the Nerf Elite 2.0 line was basically just a reshell of the older Nerf Elite blasters, but way worse. And one of those was the Nerf Elite 2.0 Shockwave RD15 from Wave 1. This is basically the same thing, but more tactics from the Elite 2.0 line, and honestly, I've been going back and forth with this thing, thinking if it's good or bad or mediocre or not. Well, I'll let you know in this review. Would I recommend it? Do I think it's good? Do I personally like it? Well, let's find out in today's review. So, first off, starting off with the ergonomics of the Nerf Elite 2.0 Shockwave. The grip, well, depending on your personal preference, it's good or bad. It's maybe a little too oversized. I think the grip is pretty good. It is nice and comfortable. It does get the job done. You have this nice chamfering, you have these nice little grooves of detail here, which does look really cool. You have the gray. I do like the way the grip looks. There's not really any details or anything hurting it. Well, definitely not the best grip ever, but it does work. I do like it. I think the pump grip is a bit too small, but I think it's really good. I really like these angled foregrips. They're just very comfortable to me. They're very traditional. This blaster does have an N-Strike stock attachment point, does have an N-Strike barrel attachment point, and 1, 2, 3 tactical rails. So if you want to put your stocks, barrels, scopes, flashlights, accessories, anything you want to, you totally can. The trigger is not very good. It's a plastic spring. I mean, it is a standard trigger, it does get the job done, but it feels gritty and I'm not really a big fan of it. Depending on your personal preference, you may like the trigger, I just ain't really a big fan of it. How is the design of the Nerf Elite 2.0 Shockwave? I gotta say, this is probably the biggest positive I have about the blaster. It looks absolutely amazing, especially for a drum gun and just for being Elite 2.0. The Elite 2.0 design kind of goes for a more futuristic aesthetic, and it works. In absolutely no way do I think they compare to the Nerf Elite blasters, but they still look really nice. You got the Elite 2.0 logo cutouts on both sides. Actually, you have the Nerf logo only on one side, Shockwave on one side. The Shockwave's actually on both sides, but it's not painted white on this side. So yeah, Hasbro, have painted it on one side mostly, as expected. Just look at all of these industrial decals here on the shell, even on the tactical rails. It looks amazing. It literally looks like it's being molded or industrialized together. It looks great. Not only Elite 2.0 really cut costs and, with all their blasters glued and solder mode and all that kinds of garbage, I want to talk about how bad quality control is, especially when it comes to putting these attachments on and taking them off and the mechanics and all that stuff. Putting this stock on, this thing does not come with a stock, but I do have the only stock that'll really match up with this thing, the Nerf Elite 2.0 Echo stock, and it's actually pretty easy to put on. It's nice and comfortable, and it actually provides a really good pull and length for the blaster. But here's where the problem comes in. Take this Echo barrel attachment, let's put it on real quick. This is way harder than it should be. This is not very good. And also, take into consideration this strife. Do you see this? These mechanical parts that hold the attachments in place with the tactical rails? I can push that in. These are actually made out of stuff. When you put this scope on, it fits on, slides on, take it off easily. These These don't push in. These are just plastic cheap parts. So when you put this on, yeah, these are horrible. I'm gonna spoil my next review. This is the greatest Nerf blaster ever made, and I'm not even joking with this one. There's also a few scopes from other Elite 2.0 blasters you can put on here, like the Eagle Point or the Phoenix. It just, yeah, it looks alright, but I'm gonna go ahead and take these off. I'm gonna... Cool. This one, that's not that bad. How does this blaster work? Simple. You have this drum, holds up to 15 darts, load up how many darts you want to, prime it, you can fire once. And no, if you're asking, this blaster does not have slam fire. Yeah, not having slam fire is kind of a huge disappointment, especially for a blaster like this, because something like this could be very beneficial for having slam fire. So you just want to completely go inside on your opponent, you can't really do that with this thing. Another positive I can say about it is, I have not had a single skip with this thing. Like with the Nerf Elite Surge Fire, since the drum is completely smoothed out, when you pump the thing and slam fire and all that, it tends to skip shots a lot. With this thing, not really, because of all of these ridges here. That is everything the Nerf Elite 2.0 Shockwave has to offer, so let's go out to the range and see how good this thing does. Welcome back to the range, everybody. We are out here with the Nerf Elite 2.0 Shockwave. We are fully loaded up with 15 Nerf Elite 2.0 darts, both colors. Just want to note real quick that barrel fit can be a very important thing when it comes to blasters like this, because when you keep on using the same foam darts, the foam is going to get worse, the seal is going to get worse, and the range is going to diminish quite a bit. So you are going to see that when I fired this. This thing has had quite a bit of issues when it comes to barrel fit. Some barrels are very tight, some are very loose. I saw a lot of reviews. When I put really good darts in here, they're all very tight, but still, it's a thing I want to note. So, let's just see what this thing can do. We're going to be doing 8 shots flat, 7 shots angle with the Elite 2.0 darts, and we're going to be moving on to the Adventure Force waffles. And we are out. We had a couple of darts. Not too bad, but that can definitely be better. Not very impressive. And now, of course, with the more accurate Dart Zone Adventure Force waffles. Actually had a lot more consistency with the barrel fit this time, and that accuracy is much improved. Definitely not a performance powerhouse. It doesn't hit the ranges that it was advertised, but pretty fun. So overall, what do I think of the Nerf Elite 2.0 Shockwave? Would I recommend it, and do I personally like it? Well, when it comes to the Surge Fire, I do think it's an upgrade in some ways, not really in some ways, but I do think it is fun to use. Definitely not really a great option. I do enjoy using this blaster a lot, and I do like it subjectively, but I gotta be objective here. It's not really that great. Let's go over some pros. It looks really cool. It works decently well. The velocity is not too bad. You can put your stock attachments, barrel attachments, any accessories you want to on there. Cons. It has no slam fire. The FPS definitely doesn't hit what it's advertised. It says it's supposed to hit 90 FPS. It's like 50s, maybe 60s on the good day, which is not great. The attachment points are not very good. The mechanisms are very cheap. The plastic quality is not very good. Now when it comes to Elite 2.0 blasters, the plastic, like itself, the feel is good, but it creaks a lot. Like some ways the plastic quality feels super solid, but in the inside internally, it's not great. I would not really recommend picking up this blaster, but if you were to get it at a thrift store or something like that, like I did, I would say give it a shot. It is fun to use, but definitely not compared to other offerings. So many better things. The Dart Zone Villainator, Magnum X2, Mad Mega Barrel, Alpha Otter 72, Tomahawk 60, Tomcat, Dart Zone Mag Striker 2.0, even though that also takes a mag. But it's definitely not the worst thing ever. You could do worse than this, but it's definitely not a really good option either. That is my review of the Nerf Elite 2.0 Shockwave. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe if you want to, dislike if you want to. I don't mind, it's completely free. Thank you very much. I will see you on the next one, and as always, peace out.